BBC Coventry and Warwickshire. Belinda Carlisle and Leave a Light On. So it's Monday then, and it's been 4 weeks since my last guest came onto the show. So it's time that we had a catch up with my resident positive living coach. I'm proud to have a positive living coach on my show every month. I invite Kate Hills to join me on the show every month and to bring a bit of positivity into our lives. And today we're talking about something that I'm very, very interested in. The law of attraction. Kate Hills, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, darling. But your voice, bless you.
Oh, it's on the way out, this is. I'm falling apart at the seams, Kate, I'll tell you.
You need some honey and lemon.
I know, I'll sort that out for tomorrow. But you know what's really ironic? I'm actually I've had a chest infection. And this is the day where I've been feeling the best for weeks. But it doesn't sound like it, does it? So,
No.
But listen, enough about me, mate. Let's talk about you. Law of attraction. We'll get into that in a second. But we need to remind our wonderful listener, every time you come on the show, what is a positive living coach, Kate Hills?
Somebody basically that lives their life in a positive way, which is something I never used to do. Because I've said it so many times, but from the age of 17, I had depression and anxiety, and that lasted right until I was in my late 30s. And then doing something about it myself, I'm kind of very positive and glad to be alive, which I thought I'd never be able to say.
So there you go. So you're one of these people who have actually change their life through positive thinking, and it's always important that we address that on the show, because there will be people tuning in going, what does she know about this? Well, you've lived through it, haven't you?
Exactly.
So let's talk about law of attraction. I'm so into this. Whether I believe it or not, I'm not quite sure, but I think there's something in it. Kate, what would you say about law of attraction? How would you describe it?
Well, it's one of those phrases, isn't it, that we hear so often these days, and it's found in lots of self-help books. New age people kind of go on about the law of attraction. And I think for a lot of people, they might say it, but do they really understand what it is? And to me, it's the same as those other phrases we hear, like attracts like.
Yeah.
What you give out is what you get back. And as you sow, so shall you reap.
Yes, so that's exactly what it is. So how does it work then? So if anybody's listening to this show now, and I don't think it's a quick fix, it takes a bit of work, but if anybody was listening to this right now and thought, I'm going to give this a go, where do you start? How do you begin with this?
Okay, I think for a lot of us, me included, years and years ago, we kind of focus on the things we don't want in our life. So each day, bills come through the door, things happen on a daily basis, and it's quite easy to say, oh, do you know what? I'm getting sick of them bills. I don't want any more bills coming through the door. But what are we actually doing? We're actually putting that thought into our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind makes us focus on the things that we're putting in now. That's very simply put. And I suppose the best way to explain that is, I don't know about you, Brody, but if you fancy a particular car, you've got the kinds of make and model that you want. When you've made up your mind, it's like, that's the car I want. Don't you see it everywhere you go?
It's absolutely true, that is. That is absolutely true, and scary as well.
Yes.
But then the question would be, is that law of attraction? Is the fact that you're just noticing that car more? That's the question, isn't it? That is the question.
It is.
So how have you used law of attraction to change your life? Because I know that it's something that you've actually used in your own life, and you would say that this is something that works.
It definitely does. I mean, law of attraction, like I say, it's about what you put into your subconscious mind. I think you've got to become very, very aware of your personal talk. Kind of become aware also of your thoughts. And like I say, the subconscious mind, if you're using words like I don't want, it doesn't register I don't want. It just focuses on, if you're focusing on bills, for example, or whatever it is, and it kind of, that is what you're attracting into your life. For me, I became very aware of words that I was using, even simple words like the words we use regarding money. If you use the word spent, what does the word spent mean?
Well,
it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's X money.
Yes, exactly. So it is becoming very aware of what we say, what we are putting into our subconscious mind. And I think, talk can also be very, very kind of important. I never use the word spent regarding money anymore.
So it's the words that we use and how that plants something into our subconscious.
Yes.
Now, in a few minutes, Kate, we'll continue the conversation. I'll ask you the question. If anybody wants to put this to the test and give it a go, first of all, you've got to believe it, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's the key. But we're talking about where you should begin. And also, Christmas just around the corner. Of course, it's an exciting time of year, but causes stress for some people.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get your take on how we can make Christmas a positive experience for us all after Cliffy, who plays next.
Oh, I'm so proud to be from Coventry.
Coventry's in my heart.
We love Coventry.
Feel really proud to be from Cov.
But will they?
I would say Coventry is definitely going to win it.
For our city of culture, yeah, do you know what? Let's bring it on.
It's going to be such an exciting week. On Thursday evening, we finally find out whether Coventry's bid to be UK City of Culture 2021 has been a success. Join me, Phil Upton, live from Hull from 4 as we build up to the big announcement with Vic Minette holding the fort in Coventry.
Yep, I'll be joining in from the Belgrade Theatre as we wait eagerly for, hopefully, some brilliant news after 7.
BBC Coventry and Warwickshire.
Really proud to support Coventry's bid to be UK City of Culture 2021.
Throw
BBC Coventry and Warwickshire, Cliff Richard, and we don't talk anymore. So still joining me on the show, Kate Hills, our positive living coach. We're talking about the law of attraction on the show today. So Kate, law of attraction, a few minutes ago we talked about what it means.
Yeah.
We talked about how we can get negativity in our life quite easily.
Oh, yeah.
But let's flip it on its side now. So if anybody wants to give this a go, and it's not something that you can do overnight, there's books on it, videos, but if somebody wants to give this a go, where should they start? How did you start?
Well, I thought I'm going to have a bit of fun with this because when I read about it, and it made perfect sense to me because obviously, like anyone else, I had focused on the negative and more negative came back. So I thought, right, I'm going to have a bit of fun with this. I was desperately wanting to move to Coventry. So each night I went to bed and I thought, right, I want a house that is newly decorated. It's got new carpets. It's got to have a new fitted kitchen, shower in the bathroom, fitted wardrobes in the bedroom, and I thought I'm definitely having a bit of fun. I am going to need a safe to keep all my money in that I'm going to be earning. Well, did I get the house I wanted? I definitely did get the house I wanted. New carpets, I went in to see it, new carpets, newly decorated, shower, fitted wardrobes, the lot. Down to when I went upstairs and I'm looking in the third bedroom, guess what was in there?
Crikey, what you'd visualised that you wanted.
A safe.
Wow, that is, now there you go, when I hear things like that. So so if anybody wants to give this a go, what's the first thing you do? You imagine what you want.
Yes.
And then you've got to visualise yourself having it, haven't you?
Yes. It's no good using words like I want. You've got to kind of... if you're saying something, it's got to be in the now. So I have.
Yes.
Like I did, I have this amazing house. But visualise what you want, because the more energy you give it, the more emotion you give to it, you are actually sending out them positive vibrations into the universe, and the universe is going to make sure you get it.
And that's essentially what it is. So give it a go. Now, I mentioned at the start of our chat, I'm not sure if I'm 100% convinced with this, but all I can tell you is anything that I've wanted in life and I've thought about it, almost imagined it.
Yes.
And you get that feeling in your stomach of having it. It's pretty much come my way. So I'm wondering, do you know what? There might be something in this. But Kate, thank you for talking about law of attraction.
You're welcome.
Something I've wanted to talk to you about for weeks on the show. Christmas just around the corner then. Now, we're led to believe, aren't we? Everybody's so excited for Christmas, and lots of people are.
Yeah.
It is the most happy, joyful time of the year. And of course it is. But not for everybody.
No.
So if certain people are not looking forward to this time of the year for whatever reason, it could be loneliness, stress of all sorts of things that come your way at Christmas, what would you say to them?
Well, I think we have to get out of this mindset that Christmas is the time of year that it has to be perfect, because even if you are surrounded by family on the day, is it going to be perfect? There could be a few, squabbles and things going on. I would say to anybody, especially those people that are going to be on their own, do something for yourself. Even if you are on your own Christmas Day, just think, do you know what? I am actually going to make myself a really nice dinner and I'm going to enjoy it. Have a glass of wine with it if you have a drink. Just nurture yourself, do something that is going to make you feel good, because at the end of the day, it is about you and how you feel.